Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for another Taoism Explained video. This evening, we're going to check out 3 different translations of the 27th chapter. This one has been called The Function of Skill and Dexterity in Using the Tao. So let's get right into it. Our first translation goes like this. The skillful traveler leaves no traces of his wheels or footsteps. The skillful speaker says nothing that can be found fault with or blamed. The skillful reckoner uses no tallies. The skillful closer needs no bolts or bars, while to open what he has shut will be impossible. The skillful binder uses no strings or knots, while to unloose what he has bound will be impossible. In the same way, the sage is always skillful at saving men, and so he does not cast away any man. He is always skillful at saving things, and so he does not cast away anything. This is called hiding the light of his procedure. Therefore, the man of skill is a master to be looked up to by him who has not the skill. And he who has not the skill is the helper of the reputation of him who has the skill. If the one did not honor his master, and the other did not rejoice in his helper, an observer, though intelligent, might greatly err about them. This is called the utmost degree of mystery. A second version goes like this. Good travelers leave no trace nor track. Good speakers in logic show no lack. Good counters need no counting rack. Good lockers bolting bars need not, yet none their locks can loose. Good binders need no string nor knot, yet none unties their noose. Therefore the holy man is always a good savior of men, for there are no outcast people. He is always a good savior of things, for there are no outcast things. This is called applied enlightenment. Thus the good man does not respect multitudes of men. The bad man respects the people's wealth. Who does not esteem multitudes, nor is charmed by their wealth, though his knowledge be greatly confused, he must be recognized as profoundly spiritual. And here is the final translation. Good walkers leave no tracks. Good speakers make no errors. Good counters need no abacus. Good wardens have no need for bolts and locks, for no one can get by them. Good binders can dispense with rope and cord, yet none can unloose their hold. Therefore the wise man trusting in goodness always saves men, for there is no outcast to him. Trusting in goodness, he saves all things, for there is nothing valueless. This is recognizing concealed values. Therefore the good man is the instructor of the evil man, and the evil man is the good man's wealth. He who does not esteem his instructors or value his wealth, though he be otherwise intelligent, becomes confused. Herein lies the significance of spirituality. So we find that the skilled walker doesn't leave any tracks. The skilled speaker doesn't mumble their words. Someone who is proficient in mathematics doesn't need a calculator. And the most secure homes don't even need to be locked, because the doors can't be opened in the first place. And then finally, that a good binding doesn't need any knots tied into it, because it can't be loosened anyways. What these strange and seemingly contradictory sayings mean is something probably along the lines of the next part. The sage values everything and rejects nothing. When this happens, they recognize the value and usefulness of all things. Why would one need to lock their doors if their home is open to all? What can be stolen from someone who claims no hold on things? What do you think is the point of tying knots and creating defenses when there is, in fact, nothing to be protected in the first place? Valuing everything and rejecting nothing can go to many different degrees. This could, for example, mean finding value in what was previously thought of as trivial. And what this makes me think of is doing the dishes. Something that oftentimes seems to be an annoyance or a burden can be seen in a different light. Something so simple as washing the dishes can become a moment of solitude that we may even end up looking forward to instead of shunning. Now, we see that skilled people teach those who are unskilled. The teaching becomes the task of the unskilled. And again, the value and usefulness of all things that has been found becomes real. This is probably referencing the fact that Eastern traditions are often focused on the idea of transmitting the teaching from the master to the pupil. This is certainly the case in some forms of Buddhism, where the only true method of transmitting a teaching from one person to another is through physical touch between the master or the guru and the student. But at the same time, and in some sense, everyone is a student and a teacher all at the same time, passing along or soaking up knowledge in one direction or the other. And in a sense, this can be considered true spirituality. Knowing that life can be interpreted in a cyclical way, where just as the seasons change, so do our lives change from phase to phase and generation to generation.